What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a birthday reading for Miss Porsha Williams. Okay, we also will take a look at Simon and his birthday and Fallon and her birthday. That way we could get a better feel for, who they are within their personality. So first off, Porsha Williams, she was born June 22nd, and that makes her a Cancer, but she's on the Gemini Cancer cusp. So with that being said, Porsha will have traits of a Gemini and traits of a Cancer. And honey, Miss Robinson could already see the traits of the Gemini because Geminis are very two-faced. That kind of explains how she was able to be in Fallon's face and then, mess with her husband. She claimed they wasn't friends. But you was swimming in the ladies' pool. You was out taking pictures with her. You introduced her to the show. That is the perception and the optics. Shout out to Porsha since she loves the word optics of the situation. It's just how it looks. It does not look good. But this is something that a Gemini would do and a dark-sided Cancer woman would do. Signs of a dark-sided Cancer is pretty much a woman that only cares about her man. She don't give a damn how she get her man. She will step on another woman's toes to get whatever man she wants. Okay. Everything is pretty much surrounded by, a man, money, food, just comforts, not really caring about other people. Some more signs of a dark-sided Cancer woman would be, the woman is selfish. Like I said, I'm all about me and, what I can get, who I could get, exploitative. That is what this situation gives me. I'm willing to exploit this situation for money. This is going to keep me on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to have the top storyline. I am going to be the HBIC, the head bitch in charge of the show. Porsha has the ability, you guys, to make way more money than any of the other women on the show because none of them really have storylines that honestly we really care about. Okay, so I see her pay grade going up. She's going to be received differently from the higher ups at Bravo. And even Andy, he's going to be looking at her like, wow, this is the woman that's going to be reviving our show. Because what I was told, I saw a video, and I'll probably do another video on it. But, we've been hearing all season that season 13 was the lowest rated housewives of, Atlanta year, that they have ever had, which is this 2021 year. So, yeah. When did the show come on? Actually, it was in 2020. Yeah. So, yeah, it was the lowest rated. A lot of people was blaming it on COVID. I don't think that, COVID is the only issue. I think a lot of people are sick of the women. It's like, we're bored with you. We didn't already seen you do, what you do, especially with Candy and Cynthia. Their lives have come full circle. We done seen them get married. We done seen Candy have more kids. Like I told y'all before, Kenya, it's kind of a wrap for her. She can bully and antagonize whoever is on the show, but that gets old after a while. We want to see some growth. We want to see a real storyline from her and not her just piggybacking off of somebody else's storyline, i.e. Porsha. Okay. So that's what I got to say about that. But yeah, Porsha is definitely a dark-sided Cancer woman because there are no scruples, no values, nothing, not when it comes to whatever I want in this life. Okay. All right. So, her strengths are, she is romantic. There's that word. Okay. She is emotionally adept. And she is fanciful. Her weaknesses are, she is naive, and we can see it. Okay. this whole situation with Simon is going to blow up in her face. She's naive because she's stupid enough to think that Simon won't do to her, you know, what he has already did to Fallon and the other wives. If a man has been married for more than 3 times, you know, that's a big ass red flag if I have ever seen one. Okay. But because this man has money, you know, he will be looked at and treated, you know, like he's some sort of god to Porsha. Porsha is a Cancer. Cancers care about security. Security equals money, money, money. Okay. And a dark-sided Cancer, they don't give a damn how they get that money. Look at Tim Norman. He's a dark-sided Cancer, and look at what he was willing to do. He hasn't been charged yet, but shit, it's enough evidence for Miss Robinson, honey, to see that, you know, allegedly he did try to kill, you know, his nephew for that life insurance money. So yeah, just very, you know, ruthless. Don't give a damn. You know, it is what it is. That is what I'm getting from Porsha. Like, I don't care. You know, I doubted that her and Simon have been seeing each other for 1 month. She's going to have to pay for that because they're going to hold her to her timeline later on. And lying comes easily to a dark-sided Cancer because it's all about, you know, what I want, what's in it for me. And I'm willing to lie and make things look a certain way, you know, so I can get what I want and so that this can be received in the correct way. But it's not going to be received. Also, it says that one of Porsha's weaknesses is she is unrealistic. This whole situation, like I just told y'all, is very unrealistic because you're sitting up here thinking that you are better than the ex-wife because you are on this show, but you just another bitch in another dress. I also, guys, saw some psychic readings where the psychics were like, Simon just loves Porsha way more than Fallon. It's too early to tell that. Okay, like Simon is just happy to just be claiming another woman. You know, he discards women, you know, like it's nothing. So he will do the same thing in time to Porsha, and it's very unrealistic, there's that word, of her to think that he's not going to do that to her. But a dark-sided Cancer woman thinks she's special, thinks she's above certain things happening to her. Right now, Porsha sees this as a money grab. This is very positive to her. Porsha is very unbothered. She's like, yeah, I'm about to get my big payoff from Bravo. I'm about to be the top dog, you know, of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene is not there no more, so Porsha will be that girl. I'm telling y'all. Manipulative is another weakness that that has popped up. Manipulative. And that means I'm willing to lie, deceive, and connive, you know, to get what I want. And it's by any means necessary. Whatever role I have to play, I will play it. Another sign of a dark-sided Cancer, you guys, is very calculative. You know, just already having a plan. Like, something tells me when Porsha walked in Fallon's house, she was like, oh, bitch, I thought I was living, but bitch, you really living over here, okay? Oh, yes. Oh, I love this house, this pool. We even saw the clip of that on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was admiring that house, okay, and how Fallon was living. Some people are blaming Fallon, saying, well, Fallon shouldn't have introduced her home and she shouldn't have had Porsha around her man. They're like blaming Fallon. This is not Fallon's problem. Okay, she did nothing wrong. She was trying to get on a show. Both of her husband and Dennis knew each other. You know, they were friends or business associates. You know, like, she trusted Porsha, rightfully so. Most people would. You know, we're all kind of a family. Even though we don't know each other that well, you know, we're cool. Our men hang together, you know. So Fallon is not thinking that, you know, Porsha would do something like this. I saw a video of Fallon and she described Porsha as being very sweet-natured. But honey, something tells me Miss Fallon has changed her mind, honey, okay? So those are the negative traits about Porsha. She is naive, she is unrealistic, she is manipulative. We've seen it all throughout this situation. And we've also seen it in other situations. Her strengths: romantic, emotionally adept, and fanciful. Okay, so Porsha's birthday, June 22nd, is the day of romantic exaltation. Okay, so it says June 22nd people are overtly or covertly taking up with life as romance, as adventure. Okay, so already that tells me that as soon as Porsha feels like, she's in love, like, you can't tell her nothing. This is very reminiscent of, we saw Candy warn Porsha about Dennis. And Porsha wanted to turn a blind eye, only to cry later and cry wolf and say, I can't believe he did this to me. You were warned. But I think the messenger was the wrong person. So she was like, okay, I don't want to listen to Candy because we got all this bad history with each other, but still the writings was on the wall and Porsha chose, not to listen. They are drawn to the drama of life and find it very difficult to resist the temptation of an exciting journey, an intriguing situation, or hidden love affair. There it is, right there, honey. Overtly romantic, June 22nd people wear their heart on their sleeve. So that means this is a person that falls in love fast and easy, okay? Their adventuresomeness they cherish is fully public. The covert romantic finds the hiding of a secret the most romantic and special act of all. Did you just hear what that said? Okay, I'm going to read that again. The covert romantic finds the hiding of a secret the most romantic and special act of all. So the fact that this is Fallon's ex-husband, okay, and it's a secret. This man is wealthy. Like, I saw Porsha on Dish Nation explaining the situation. Oh, I was just, putting a picture out there. I wasn't thinking nothing of it. That was a lie. That was bullshiggity, because dark-sided Cancer women calculated, thinking, oh, I'm gonna drop this. I told y'all with the picture with Dennis. If she was comfortable with just coming out with Simon and saying, this is my love, this, that, and the third, right? She would have just came out with Simon. What did she do? She had Dennis in that picture. And like a puzzle, we were all left with the pieces trying to put the situation together. Porsha knew what she was doing. This girl is not as stupid as, some of y'all make her out to be. Yeah, she dingy and she's special. Don't get me wrong, okay? Because that's still there. But this girl knew, what she was doing, okay? It also said covert types are often quiet and shy with a lovely, soft demeanor. That is Porsha. I just talked to you all about what makes her likable. That's why most people take to her more than a Kenya. Okay? It also says, no one shall know, but how I feel may describe their attitude. Those born on this day exalt passion and experience to the highest plane. When they are in love or in search of a new adventure, they are no longer fully in touch with the mundane of the world. I bet, honey, because you moving on up to the east side, okay? And you finally got a piece of the pie, okay? On Simon's dime, honey. It also says when they are not in such a state, they are remarkably practical at attending to daily matters. Okay? So when she's not in love, when she's single, she's probably at her best because she sees everything for what it is. She's logical, right? She's using her brain. But see, once that dark-sided Cancer think that they in love, you can't tell them nothing, honey. All right? It says both men and women born on this day can be excellent homemakers. For example, the highs of June 22nd people feel are truly as intense as religious or drug experiences. I can't make that up. That takes me back to her religious experience of being a pastor or something. Remember, she was talking down on homosexuality, and it turned out survey says that was a lie. Bitch, you are the homosexual. Okay, so drug experiences, that takes us back to what? Candy, the dungeon, the drugging, all of that. Okay. And as much as all of that was going on, you guys, for season 9, and, Porsha felt betrayed, something about her liked all of that. That was a big ride for her. Okay? That was a big ride that she went on. It was a roller coaster. She was hurt that, Phaedra had lied to her about whatever Phaedra had heard, but, I'm getting with Porsha, as bad as something can be, even this whole situation with Simon and Fallon, and as trashy as it is, and the situation with Candy and the dungeon and, the drugging and stuff, it's I like that. That's going to, because some people, you guys, they feel like all attention is good attention. It could be negative or bad. It's kind of as long as people talking about me, and if you pay attention to how Porsha is acting about this situation on social media, people are dragging her, but she has this very unbothered state of mind about it. She's even made fun of a few memes poking at her and Simon. Do you see what I'm saying? It's she doesn't even care, right? Because she's such in this state of being in love. But this girl likes drama, okay? She does. Okay, it says, unfortunately, their lows may be equally weighty and deep, and consequently, they may suffer from anxiety and depression. After several disappointments, those born on this date may begin to steel themselves to the world and to close off to their lovers by becoming more covert in their motives and actions. What that takes me to, guys, is how Dennis hurt her. She was fully open with Dennis, but she didn't get her happily ever after with him. She had baby PJ. She found out he was cheating while she was pregnant. That caused her to be hurt. And you heard it from the book. It caused her to be more covert in motives and actions. So this whole situation with Simon, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that, this was secretive and nobody really knew. Even Dennis, he didn't really know, but he had to, accept it, but I'm pretty sure this has been going on for a while with Simon and Porsha, longer than a month. But yeah, because Porsha was so hurt and embarrassed by how Dennis treated her, she made a rule to herself, this can't happen again, and when you have someone that's hurt like that, guys, and they are a dark-sided Cancer, it's kind of they feel like they have to protect their heart, and these people, they don't mind hurting other people, because it's just well, hell, somebody hurt me. Even Simon, he has, some dark-sided energy about him, and we'll get to his birthday after we wrap up Porsha. But yeah, what I'm feeling with Porsha is Dennis broke my heart. He hurt me. There could be a little bit of payback towards Dennis. Right now, Dennis looks unbothered, but something tells me he may be a little bit taken aback by this. Well, damn, I didn't know, that you was going to be messing with him. This the homie. This the one I'm doing business with. So in the pictures, guys, we see Dennis, he kind of looks unbothered. But something tells me that is a cover up, okay? I'm not saying all the motives from Porsha was to get back at Dennis, but with this whole thing with Simon, it's a way to protect her heart. And it's a little bit of a way to get back at Dennis for all the hurt and pain and embarrassment he has caused her. It's kind of like I'm getting everything I want with this situation. I'm getting wealth. Okay, my husband is going to be wealthy. I'm hearing from some psychics from the readings I've seen, Porsha may pop out a baby, and we know child support that pays. Okay, do I think her and Simon will last forever? No, but Porsha feels, guys, that she needs this high right now because she has felt so low down in the past, you know, with the disappointment in Dennis and Cordell and, you know, just failing in her relationships in front of the world. That is what I'm getting with Porsha. The book also says the danger is that as the years pass, they will increasingly isolate themselves in a dream world, okay, where they infuse memories with a still greater romance than they once did the actual events in their lives. So that tells me Porsha, you know, she's delusional, honey, okay? And this situation, in her mind, it looks perfect. Like I just explained to you all, it looks like, wow, I'm really winning. And, you know, I'm about to have all this power and this money and this authority. And I'm about to be this man's wife. And he's this, that, and the third. And, you know, but it's just like it's bigger in her mind than what it is in real life. Okay, like she's gonna be like in this dream world, and we hear it on Dish Nation how she's all, you know, bubbly and giggly. Oh, I just love him. Oh, after a damn month, you know you don't love him. Okay, so it also says June 22nd, people rarely realize how heavy their need is to control their emotional environment. That takes me back we saw some of this with Dennis when her and Dennis had got pregnant, you know, well, Porsha got pregnant with baby PJ, and she didn't really want to, you know, get her own place with him. She wanted to kind of keep her home. We also saw a scene on Real Housewives of Atlanta where she was telling her therapist, I don't want to lose Porsha. All of that was real because it's just like, yeah, I'm having this man's baby. I'm in love with him, but I don't want to go back to, you know, what happened with Cordell where we get this house together and then it doesn't work out. And then I'm asked out of this house that I had to work hard for. Because y'all remember when she bought that house, y'all remember Candy and Phaedra told her, what are you doing? You can't afford this after a divorce. You know, Porsha had bad credit. She had debt. You know, she has cleaned up, you know, all of her financial situations, right? You know, she's doing a lot better financially, but, you know, she just went out and bought that damn house like she didn't have all these other bills, you know, but that home was very important to Porsha, okay? It was very important for her because it represented security. This is mine, and no man can take my home from me. So, you know, she did right, you guys, by keeping that home and not moving with Dennis, because it didn't matter where she lived with him. He wasn't going to act right anyway. So it was actually a really smart move for her to keep her home. This also explains her constantly kicking Dennis out of her house. It was kind of her putting her foot down, letting him know, this is my home. You're in my home. And as soon as you do some shit I don't like, you gotta go. So all of that was very much so Porsha's language towards Dennis, because she be damned, you guys, if she was gonna go back to how she was struggling, you know, for her financial freedom after Cordell. That situation where Cordell really blindsided her, and it left her emotionally devastated. The book also says in their own mind, they are at the mercy of their feelings. But for example, by telling someone they love them or even by thinking it repeatedly, they could be exercising dominance and claiming the loved one. That explains to me how she was acting after her and Dennis broke up. I told you all about she was still claiming him. That's my family. I don't want anybody mad at him, even though he cheated on her while she was pregnant. Remember, constantly taking photos with him, acting like her and baby PJ and Dennis was this big happy family. She was very protective of that. And even though they couldn't fully live out their truth and get married and really be happy, it was kind of like, I still have to present this optical image of, us looking a certain way, us looking like a family. Even though we can't really be one the way that I want us to, it has to look like that, okay? All of that is Porsha. That's what she wanted to create. It also says, in the same way, their fantasy life can manifest as a very real entity to the extent that such thoughts have real power over their objects. Many born on this day sail along on uncharted course of desires or fantasies, searching always for the next exalted state, albeit unreal. More highly developed June 22nd people will eventually wish to gather in their ego and develop a higher form of consciousness. It is only through practice of a higher awareness that is simply observing what is happening around and inside them moment to moment that June 22nd people can stop endlessly repeating themselves. So basically, we see Porsha repeating patterns, and as much as she doesn't want to repeat these patterns, you guys, she still keeps doing them because she's, conflicted. Okay. She's not, there's no integrity with what she's doing. When you have integrity, you move one way. You walk a straight line. And if you look at Porsha and her energy is scattered, it's all over the place. That's why everything in her romantic life is the way that it is. There's no integrity in it. As mentioned, the power of a June 22nd person's projected emotions is usually so strong that those around them immediately sense what is expected of them and what is forbidden. And both setting up invisible boundaries and leaving invisible doors ajar, those born on this day are able to exert a strong influence on loved ones. That just takes me to like her sister. If you notice, Porsha's sister Lauren, she admires her sister. Like, she admires everything she's doing on Housewives of Atlanta, even down to Black Lives Matter. I see Porsha's sister and like other people in the family, like her mother, they are very proud of Porsha. Right? Where some of us, we're very disappointed in Porsha, but they're proud of her. They're still, gonna rock with her and support her. Let's get to the numbers and planets. It says those born on the 22nd of the month are ruled by the number 4, 2 + 2 = 4, and by the planet Uranus, which is both erratic and explosive. People ruled by the number 4 are highly individual because they so often take a minority point of view with great self-assurance. They may arouse antagonism and make enemies, perhaps secret ones, okay? June 22nd, people are usually taken up with personal concerns and emotional matters, emphasized by the moon's rulership of Cancer. Since 22 is a double number, along with 11, the only possibility for a double number date, people born on the 11th and 22nd days of any month may develop an interest in twins. Okay, so twins. Didn't she move into that home And she mentioned something, that new home she's in. She mentioned something with twins. I remember her season 5 when she was talking to Cordell. What was she talking about? Twins. I want twins. If I eat these yams, I remember that stupid mumbo jumbo she was talking about. I could have twins, and so there you go. All right. Tarot. Let's get to the tarot. And guess what the tarot card is, honey? Oh, yes, it's the Fool. And right now, Porsha, you look at a fool, sis. Okay, so this is right on point. The 22nd card of the major arcana is the Fool, who in several versions of the tarot is shown blithely stepping over the edge of a cliff. Some interpretations picture him as a foolish man who has given up his reason. Others, a highly spiritualized being free of material considerations. Positive meanings including renouncing resistance and following instincts freely. Foolishness, which is this situation with Simon and Fallon and all of this, right? The man is clearly married. Close your legs to married men, okay? Impulsiveness, okay? We see the impulsiveness very quick with, how I got with him. And even, hell, the situation with Dennis. This girl has a certain pattern of behavior. She claims she wants different, but she keeps moving in the same way. And that's what the book is saying. And annihilation are the negative aspects, okay? The highly evolved Fool has followed life's path, experienced its lessons, and become one with his or her own vision. And that is not Porsha. Porsha is not highly evolved at all. She has repeated a lot of patterns of the same behavior, like you're going down the wrong road, the wrong damn road, okay? All right, so let's get to the advice that the book has for her. It says, recognize the projective power of your fantasies. Beware of jealousy and possessiveness. Something tells me, guys, there was some jealousy when she met Fallon, okay? Like, damn, you got all of this? This is what you got? I got nice stuff too, but damn, there is something that is telling me when she walked in that woman's house, okay, and when she was around them, something tells me she was around Simon and Fallon before they shot. I do not believe that's the first time they met. I don't believe that. They probably weren't friends, but it's something that I'm picking up on. There was some jealousy. Damn, you got all of this. Damn, he got all of this. Okay, and something tells me that Porsha was probably even questioning Dennis about Simon. What does he have? What does he do for work? She was gathering up facts. Okay, that is what Cancers do. We move in silence. Okay, you could be a good Cancer or a dark sided Cancer. You go gather your facts. You go put 2 and 2 together. Okay, to make 4. Okay, so that is, that's something that I pick up on with her. And there's the word jealousy in the book. So the main words of this birthday reading: jealousy, romantic, naive. All of that is Porsha. Unrealistic, manipulative. Okay, controlling. We've seen it. Controlling certain narratives. That way I can look a certain way. Okay? It also, the book tells her, for her advice, learn to let go. Stop holding on, to things that do not serve you, that are not going to work out for you in the end. Okay? And it also says, when you lose, admit defeat gracefully and move on. That is what she should have did with Dennis. Okay? I told you all that. Stop having this man around all the time. Yes, they're able to take pictures together. I'm sure the positive part of her, you guys, is doing that so that baby PJ has the memories, but Dennis didn't have to like be around so much. Season 13, the way we saw him. Like, remember, we were trying to put 2 and 2 together. Are they together? Are they broken up? We couldn't tell the difference. Okay? So it says that right here in the book. She should have told the public we're broken up. It just didn't work out. Not get all the way to the end of the season and say, well, this ain't working. Da da da. Like, come on. You already knew that, but you were so busy trying to make this image, right? And like I said in one of my other videos, it is positive that her and Dennis are able to co-parent and be friendly with each other. But at the same time, you have to have boundaries with that, because if you don't have any boundaries with that, then you're not going to be able to let go and move on. And something is telling me that Spirit is saying that Porsha should have been moved on. She knew that this wasn't the right man, but she wanted to keep up this image, right? Okay, so I'm going to read that line again. When you lose, admit defeat gracefully and move on. Gaining from the experience. She was supposed to learn something, but she didn't. She's repeating a pattern with Simon, moving fast. Porsha is always like arguing with another woman over a man. Like, remember that situation with Candy? Something tells me that Candy was telling the truth about that. Like, oh, I'm willing to argue over a man. I'm willing to come between a man and his woman. We see that with Fallon. There's an energy there with her. I'm willing to fight for my man. Okay. I'm willing to, throw down. Okay. So when she went to Todd's party, something tells me she was the aggressor with that girl. She was very defended, And I'm not saying Candy was completely right either, because, they were on bad terms because of the whole situation with Phaedra. Excuse me, honey. And Candy has a tendency to not even see things fully, but she'll fully believe her team. And that is what Candy did. Y'all remember season 11 when Candy and Porsha got into it. Porsha kept telling Candy, you weren't even here. You weren't even over there. She heard from other people. The Candy coded click. Remember Porsha? I don't give a damn what the factory got to say. I thought that was so funny. But all of that was very real. That's what I'm seeing. But I do feel Porsha was willing to throw down, pregnant and all, over Dennis. There is something within this woman that says, I gotta fight. For everything I want. And I will fight, for my man on behalf of him, even though he's, double dealing on me. Okay. So that is Porsha's, her meditation is, if not in this lifetime, then in the next. Okay. That is Porsha's meditation. Okay, guys, let's do Simon really quickly. His birthday is June 2nd. It is, he's the Gemini. And him and Porsha, they have that in common, being Geminis. Geminis move fast. They're very social, okay? They're very picky, wishy-washy, okay? You kind of never really know where you stand with a Gemini. And something tells me about this man is, like, the way he is on Monday, he ain't the same way on Thursday. He may have a whole nother outlook on different things. Okay. So that's why he's able to move so fast with these women. It makes so much sense now. He's a Gemini. This is a lot, of what this sign does. A lot of them are womanizers. I've dealt with a Gemini man. He was very charming, the popular guy, dressed nice. These people have status. They look the part, but dark-sided Gemini men lack in morale, lack in integrity, lack in character. Okay, we've seen all of that play out with Simon. But his birthday, it says the day of problem solvers. Okay, Simon said, honey, I will fix the problem. Okay, his strengths are he is inventive, adaptable, and problem solving. We see the adaptability because he's willing to move on from one woman to the next woman. And Porsha needs to know, sweetie, boo-boo, oatmeal pie face, he's not your man. It's just your turn. Okay, sorry to bring it to you, sis, but that is what it is. For Simon's weaknesses, he's picky. Problem creating. It says it in the damn book. He's a problem solver, but he creates the damn problems. I told you all this, okay? I didn't even look at this man's birthday when I did the videos on telling you all that this man got a hold of this narrative. He wanted you all to think that Fallon cheated on him. She was the one being dishonest. She was the one being sneaky, being a liar, being a cheater, disrespecting him. And all the while he was doing it to her too. Okay? Because how are you able to even move on this fast? Okay, and a lot of people, you guys, they move fast from relationship to relationship because they don't want to feel the pain. So they simply try to just move on. That way they don't have to feel that hurt and pain that they went through. I'm going to skip around when it comes to Simon because we're running out of time. Okay, so really quickly to skip over to Fallon's birthday. May 13th, she's a Taurus. We know Tauruses are like Miss Candy Burris, okay? They love security, they love money, they love traveling, family, commitment. Her birthday is a day of natural appeal. She's a very naturally beautiful woman, okay? So that, that's not surprising. Her strengths are she's natural, playful, unrestricted. Weaknesses, superficial, erratic, and depressed. There is something, and it's so funny that it says depressed because when I look at Fallon, there seems to be some type of innocence about her, you guys. She's younger than Porsha and Simon, but when I seen her on the show, she looked down, depressed. There's that word. When I physically looked at her, I never said it to anybody. I didn't know enough about the girl, but it's right here in the book. Okay, so something that stood out about her birthday is it says often the catalyst or turning point in the life of the May 13th person is a setback or a tragedy, physical, spiritual, emotional, a kind of crisis or even breakdown after which they will be able to grow and deepen their outlook. She's going to come out okay in this whole situation. It's going to take time, but this situation with Simon is going to grow her up because I'm picking up on somebody that's very childlike, very childish. Simon did not trust her. She had finicky ways like him. So he couldn't trust himself and he couldn't trust her. Okay, that's some of why he treated her, you guys, the way that he did. If this event or the realization discussed earlier does not come to pass, then they may be confined to a more limited plane of experience. However, in either case, naturalness and playfulness remains the hallmarks of this day. Okay? So that's pretty much all I have time for, when it comes to her. Let's get back to Simon. So back to Simon, it says, for those born on June 2nd, problems and difficulties abound. This is not as bad as it seems. However, for dealing with these obstacles is for them a way of life. So Simon enjoys all of this, guys. This is nothing to him. He loves fixing problems. He also loves creating them. As a matter of fact, when things are going too smoothly, June 2nd, people may search for or even create new problems to work on. Okay? All right. It also says, which is very interesting, when June 2nd, people marry someone, it is a simple, uncomplicated person. Indeed, being married to a problematic personality provides endless challenges, but also interesting involvement. Unfortunately, those people who have such a relationship can also suffer deep emotional frustration, coming to grips with the limitations of their partner and the denial of their own needs. That right there tells me what happened with him and Fallon. He tried to rescue her and could not save her. It was too much. It was more of a problem, for him. He couldn't deal with it, guys. Okay, this was a problem his ass couldn't fix. Okay, something else about Simon is that he will give up his personal freedom by tying himself to someone else, okay? They actually may be either contributing to the person's unhappiness or to their own. But as they see it, everything is for the good. All right, so he loves getting married, starting all over again. It ain't nothing to him. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. The advice the book is giving Simon is he needs to cultivate independence. I'm getting somebody that's very codependent, guys. It says don't always involve other people in your plans, and I'm out.